Okay, so one more thing you need to cover before you can actually dig in and get to work on this pronunciation drill that they talk about down here. Um, Greek vowels, I'm pretty much just going to read this. Greek vowels can be classified into 5 long vowels and 5 corresponding short vowels. Long vowels took approximately twice as long to pronounce as short vowels. Now, before we get to the next part, if you look at right here, you have an alpha with a long mark over it and an alpha with no long mark over it. This is the equivalent of the English letter A. Now, when you say the A in after, for example, you hold it for a longer amount of time than, let's say, if you say cat, right? The A in cat is shorter than the vowel in after. And that's all they're really talking about. Greeks themselves wouldn't have marked long or short, they just would have known from the language that you held certain vowels in certain words longer than others. Now, there are 3 vowels, alpha, iota, and upsilon, that can be either long or short. Okay, so I talked about this one. This is a long I. Imagine saying like into it, held out longer, as opposed to it. And then this is a long upsilon, as in the word push, push or put. Let's say pull. It's maybe a better example as opposed to put or push. Okay, so pull and put. You hold that upsilon longer. You hold the U sound longer. You hold it shorter there. Now, eta and omega, these two here, are always long, so there's no long mark over them. Epsilon, which is kind of a corresponding short vowel to eta, is short and not marked in any way, nor is omicron, the omicron, the small o. So with these, by the way, these aren't exactly the same as just being held longer than that. This is eta, this is e, as in get or pet. This is omega, really round o. Over is an English word that has a kind of O sound, whereas this is a little bit more like on or top. So whereas these, alpha, iota, and upsilon are just kind of the same sound held for longer, these are corresponding sounds, but they aren't pronounced exactly the same way. It isn't quite as simple as just holding one longer than the other. Okay, so with that in mind, you can go down to pronunciation drill number 1, page 11, and I will start you off with it. They note at the beginning of this exercise that the words do have accent marks as well as the breathing marks. So there's a smooth breathing there, which you know about. Don't worry about that yet. We'll learn it later. So let's do the first 5. Okay, so you have an alpha and a nu. That's not a V. So an, that's a theta and a rho and an omega. Thro, and then that's a p, p, omicron, and that's the end of the word sigma. Anthropos, where we get anthropology, the word for human being. Next one is a. It's a smooth breathing. So a, oh, that's annoying. A, ga, that's a gamma. Mem is a mood. Mem, non. So Agamemnon from Greek mythology, from the Iliad and the play by Aeschylus and elsewhere. Right? Now here is, that's a delta, dra, that's a rho, dramata, which means dramas. It's the plural of the word for drama. There's a beta, you see 2 there, bit, that's a lambda, biblion, so it's the word for book. And then bar, that's a beta, that's a rho there, baros. That's an interesting word. It's where we get the word barbarian. They kind of overlap in terms of meaning. There is a neutral sense of barbaros, which is really someone just who doesn't speak Greek, whose language sounds like bar, just is incomprehensible to a Greek speaker. Certainly, the Greeks looked down on, generally speaking, looked down on the people who didn't speak Greek. But it does also it can have the sense of just meaning someone who doesn't speak Greek. It isn't necessarily a pejorative. Okay, so you got 54 words you can work on. This is really a lot of fun and kind of exciting. I think you start to see these names of legendary characters or root words in English come out. I hope you have fun with it. Okay.